Yeah, hey, Dabo. Phil Kornblut, Sports Talk Media Network. You didn't rush either Deshaun Watson or Trevor Lawrence into being starters. You picked their time, and you didn't know how it was going to turn out, but obviously it turned out well. Do you sense this is a turning point maybe in your program, knowing what you know about Cade and his abilities and what he might do moving forward?
Well, I mean, one game doesn't, make a career. He's got a long way to go and a lot of consistency ahead to kind of be there. But, we recruited him with certainly high expectations. And, he's coming in here. He's never lost a game as a starter. He won 3 state championships in high school, and now he's coming here as a freshman and got MVP of his first championship game. So he's a special talent, and we knew that. We also knew he needed to develop some. And he's really put the work in. He's worked on his body. He's not quite 200, but he's right there, and he's really grasped things from a just an offensive standpoint. But I think he's got he certainly has all the capability and all the tools to really be a great one, and that's what we felt like. Him coming into this program, and sometimes you can put a guy out there, too early. And but you also have to have, it's got to be a situation where a guy earns it, and it happens when it happens. And tonight it kind of turned, and he took it and ran with it. And so again, he's got to keep it going. As soon as he has a bad game and get the next guy in here, about to be wanting that back up to come on in. So he's got a ways to go, but it's a great start for him. For sure, a huge confidence boost, and I love our young guys that we got, and Bo had a great year, and man, obviously he's missed some games too with injuries, but Bo and Antonio and Adam and Cole, I think we got a really great nucleus of guys that we can build around there. Obviously we got great backs and really good tight end there, and young tight ends in Brenny and Sage. And only one senior lineman in J-Mac. So I think collectively as a group, they saw tonight what they're capable of doing as they move forward in the future. And again, hopefully we can build on it.
Second row to our left.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. Dabo, I'm wondering how DJ took the news when you told him that Cade would be coming in for the 3rd series, and also with Cade starting in the Orange Bowl, what does DJ's future look like here at Clemson?
Yeah, I mean, DJ's he's a special person. He handles everything the right way. He handles everything with class, he understood and knew. Streeter talked to both of them as well. But we hope that he'd play well, but he didn't have a great series, especially the first series there, but we stuck with the plan, and then the rest is history. So and you got to give credit to Cade for that. He kind of came in and took it, and it happened. So moving forward, Cade will be the starter going in, and DJ will be the backup, and we'll keep moving forward, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of conversation. He graduates in a week or so. So he's got a bright future. Obviously, it didn't end tonight the way he would like, but he's got a bright future as a football player. And he's a guy that always have a special place in my heart, because nobody's ever worked harder. Nobody's ever been more respected in this program. These guys love DJ, and I do too.
Second row.
Coach, over here. Trotter's put together 3 unbelievable games in a row now. Does it kind of remind you a little bit of the way Kevin Dodd came on at the end? I think it was 2016, or is there another player that you can think of that has really taken it to another level at the end of the season like he has?
Yeah, I wouldn't say Kevin Dodd because Trotter just came in a way ahead of a Kevin Dodd. Kevin, his 5th year, he was special, but he didn't really have a great football foundation when he showed up. Whereas Trotter is, his football instincts, his football savvy, his football IQ through the roof from the moment he got here. Obviously, last year with Skowski and Balin Spector, you had 2 high veteran dudes that he had a chance to really learn from. But you're right. He's really settled in down the stretch here and has played some elite football. And his honestly, the biggest part is he started to emerge as a little bit of a vocal leader. He was one of those guys that you just kind of saw, you didn't really hear, but he's really taken some ownership and he's come out of his shell a little bit as far as being that quarterback that we need him to be. And then obviously Barrett Carter, that's been a nice transition for us. You saw us, we used Trenton in a little bit different way tonight, bringing him off the edge some and also playing him out in space. He did a great job spying the quarterback a little bit, ran him down. But Trotter is he's awesome. And that little group, that's the group I kind of challenged because they hadn't really won anything yet. Trotter, Barrett Carter, Nate, kind of that group of guys. So it's good to see them be able to, be a champion tonight. But he's a great one.
We'll take two more. First row to our left.
Hey, Coach Ian Taylor of the Seneca Journal. Going back to the youth, obviously all these freshmen, sophomores that made a bunch of big plays. What does it say, not just about them making those plays, but doing it in an ACC championship game in an NFL stadium?
It means our future's bright, for sure. We got a bright future. Antonio has had a great year. I know he had a tough game last week, but he's had a really special year. These young backs have had great sophomore seasons, Shipley and Maffa. Brenny's had a really good sophomore season, kind of pairing up there with a veteran like Davis Allen. And so I'm excited. Marcus Tate, as a sophomore, had a great year for us. Obviously, he got hurt and is out, but he had a great year, really took a big step forward. Putnam moving to center and coming back, next year. And Walker Parks, and then, freshman Blake Miller starting at right tackle for us all year long. So, again, there's been a lot of those guys that have done some good things on that offensive side for sure.
Last question, second row.
Hey, Dabo, had you noticed a big jump in consistency in practice from Klubnik this past month, I guess, since the Notre Dame game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Street has felt good about it. He's practiced well. I thought he had a great week this week. He got a little bit more work with the ones this week. But, he's taking advantage of his opportunity again tonight. He was ready, and it was good to see guys. Right out of the gate, we put a little RPO. We kind of loaded him up with some RPO stuff. It's very natural for him, and he did a great job with his decision making. As far as his give, his pull, his throw, the first one was just an RPO throw that threw out there to Antonio and got a little rhythm going, and you saw what he could do with his legs. And a beautiful throw to Cole, and then great catch, great play, by him as well.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.